Okay, guys, the highlights from Greatstockpix.com live trading chat room on Thursday. I think I'm going to continue to use these videos to cover the SMS calls, our new service as well. So until I decide to separate them, this is where you'll see the results from the SMS service too. But first, I'd like to start with the calls from the chat room. And of course, I'm going to start with my best call in maybe years. All right, I had to do that. I even drew little pictures here because I'm so proud of it. VRSN. I look like this before this candle was put out. I said if it breaks this little base, it's so beaten up, we might get a nice pop. Okay, so if it breaks this base, we might get through the high of the day and get a nice pop. So the call was 37.27, right where the arrow is, and the worst case stop below the whole number, 36.99. So we're talking 28 cents risk. And this is why I'm so proud of this call. This is that same arrow and same stop. Now, we got some luck on this one, right? We got obviously some good news, but just a huge move. This thing went to 43.14 on 28 cents risk. It moved $5.87 on 28 cents risk that didn't get stopped out. Now, normally when you have something like this, you say, yeah, but how much did people make? I had some people typing in chat. I think Craig H got $4.71 a share out of the trade. That's just unbelievable in one day on a stock that's not Google or Apple, right? Looking at some others, Robo from our room got $5.51 a share. We from our room got $5.25 a share. So we had members make some just really, really big gains on that. And that always makes me happy. Anyway, so that was my huge one and my best call in probably years, just because what a huge move there on very little risk. Let me go into the others real quick here. Home Depot was one of my first ideas this morning. Home Depot HD over this little green candle right here with the worst case stop below this candle. I think it was a 61.91 long idea. Stop 15 cents below. Stop never gets hit. You can see there. And it went up, I don't know, almost 50 cents on there on 15 cents risk. Coach, I'll give you the reason for the call first. Coach had this big volume gap up the other day and then has been putting in a nice stair-step pullback for 4 or 5 days now. So it was on bounce watch anyway. And then you go to the intraday setup and it gapped up a little bit but put in a pretty narrow range. And so the entry on the bounce play becomes a break of the 30-minute high, which it did right there, 56.51. Worst case stop on Coach, 18 cents below. And from there, it went a nice move. COH, 56.51 entry, went up $1.06 from there to 57.57 on 18 cents risk that didn't get stopped out. DEC, kind of another one. It was like VeriSign, got decimated. Called DEC over the high of day here. Same thing, break of the 30-minute high, 29. Stop was about 30 cents below. And DEC went to 94 cents, 29.94. It went up 94 cents on about 30 cents risk. It never really came in danger of even coming close to the stop. So those were the highlights from today. Okay, and then here's the SMS picks. Let me get these right here. Let me find the page real quick. The first one I called was Ross Stores. ROST. And I want to use these videos to show why I made the calls. Ross Stores was grinding lower all day, okay? This was a former high flyer, by the way. And you kind of had what we look for. You kind of had, if you loosely connect the tops of the candles, you had a little bit of a subtle shape change there. Pretty good volume in this area. And when it put in the green 5, I called it, okay? Now, these have a wider stop, but that didn't matter on this one. This is, I think I've got 8 or 9 or 10 SMS picks so far since we started the service about a week ago. And this is the first one that stopped out. It triggered and stopped out and then ended up going up. If you were in the chat room, I recalled this or called this one again for chat room members. I don't want the SMS to be me calling something that stops out and trying to do it again. I want these to be simple trades for the SMS members. So this is the first one out of 9 that stopped out. But anyway, in the chat room, I called this again over this green candle, 56.72, and we did get a move to 57.25. But as far as the SMS, there's the first stop out. The other one I called today was NEM, and it looked like this. it was grinding lower and had support in this area on the daily, and so I called it right here at 52.75 is where I sent out the alert, and that was the bottom of the day, and it got a nice move, 85 cents in our favor. I believe it was 85 cents in our favor, and that one ended up being a nice little SMS pick. So that one, even if you traded it small, you still had a decent little gain. The way we teach our people to do it is you can either just really make it simple and take the entry and then sell it right before the close, or if you have the ability to check quotes wherever you are, you're at work or whatever you're doing, if you have the ability to keep an eye on quotes, when you get a nice move like this, we called it here, right? You get a nice move with shape in your favor, you always want to sell some. And so this one, at its height, gave a really nice bounce. And we picked the bottom clean on that one, and we've had several that we've done that on lately. But I do apologize. Ross Stores is a good lesson in that nobody's right every time. And it's always good to have a stop out so people say, hey, nobody's right every time, and I don't want anybody going all in because we have a fairly consistent record. So losses are important because they keep you in check, right? They remind you that nothing works every time. All right, I have absolutely babbled long enough. Really good day, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.